University. Fun fact: we just recorded for about 5 minutes, like a too long intro for like 5 minutes, and I actually forgot to hit record. So everybody can blame me. I'm your host, Jay. I'm joined today by.
I'm Owen.
All right, you got to that faster than last time. That's good.
Yeah. I did get to that faster, yeah.
Owen, what's the name of the show?
You still haven't told me.
You had 10 minutes of thinking. I gave you a lot of time when we were talking earlier. And you still couldn't come up with anything.
No, it's not that I couldn't. I refused to.
All right, well, fuck you too. This show, we'll be talking about Elden Ring today. Everybody loves Elden Ring, except for me. I think it's, like, good. I like it, but I don't love it. Over the past several months, me and Owen played through the entirety of Elden Ring and its DLC with the Seamless Co-op mod. This is not a sponsored segment. Miyazaki is not paying me, nor is the creator of Seamless Co-op. I don't know whoever the hell did that, but thanks, because I would like this game a whole hell of a lot less, if not for that. Previously, I have some experience with this game. When it first came out, I pirated it, because we love piracy here. Stealing is always morally right, especially from corporations. This is staying in. Oh, and I'm not editing any of this. Like the whole show, I'm not gonna edit. I'm not gonna edit any of this.
Wait, what is the point of the assignment then? I thought it was.
I don't know, but this is all staying in.
I thought the point was it was an editing assignment. What
no, the point is to have fun.
As an assignment?
Yeah, of course. We don't.
What is going on? What is going on with non-STEM classes? What is this?
Hey, Owen, I'm getting a Bachelor of Science. This is a STEM class. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Okay, sure.
Legally, this is STEM.
Sure.
Legally, this is STEM. Or STEAM.
I mean, I guess it is technology in the
I had to press a button that says record. We're doing a lot of technology here.
I stopped computing infiltration rates. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, sorry that you have to do like real work. So we played Elden Ring for. There are varying hours between Steam and what the game says. We're gonna go with a nice middle of 90 hours, which isn't quite the middle. It's giving more credit to Steam, and nobody should ever give credit to Steam. But 90 hours, let's say, give or take, 90 hours for it and its DLC.
Considering that we spent a little bit of time outside the game doing things for the game, I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. I have so much truth from software. I'm a big Armored Core fan. As for this much more famous Souls series, I think Demon Souls is really good. Dark Souls 1 is good. I understand why it's so loved, but it's not. I don't think it's actually really super revolutionary. Dark Souls 2 is fucking fantastic. You should play it. It's been hated on unfairly, and it's the best one. I don't want to hear any arguments. Bloodborne is good. And
Bloodborne is all vibes.
Actually,
vibes.
Bloodborne is actually pretty fun. But it is like 80% vibes and 20% doing Lady Maria the Astral Clock Tower on your first attempt, because you can just parry her all the time. Because John Bloodborne hates women. But you know who hates women more?
Who?
John Sekiro. I can't wait to play Sekiro. Owen, have you played Sekiro?
I have not played Sekiro, but I'll get around to it eventually. It's the only like sort of modern-ish FromSoft title I have. It like FromSoft Souls-ish game. It's not really. It's kind of its own thing, but it's the only like modern FromSoft Souls-ish game that I haven't played.
You're really adding some asterisks here to say that you have not played Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon, available now on Steam.
I have not played Armored Core 6.
Armored Core. I mean, Xbox One. Fuck. But have you played Hidetaka Miyazaki's 2018 game Deracine, available for the PlayStation VR?
What? What?
Are you unaware?
Yes.
I really want to play. I probably want to play that more than I want to play Sekiro. Certainly more than I want to play Dark Souls 3. Fuck Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3 is good.
Oh, and I think you know enough about my experience with these games to know that Dark Souls will be everything I don't like about these games.
Probably.
Also, it
Well,
has the
it's
worst
not
UI.
long. Yeah, that's true.
The UI
It's
is
not
so
all.
bad.
It's not all that long.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you
And
know it's
it's
too,
particular.
you know what game's long?
Elden Ring.
It's pretty long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like continue
And
to
now
keep.
it's getting a roguelike.
God, fuck, dude. Why are I hate video games. Oh, and did you know this about me? That I hate
Ugh.
video games.
I know you hate many video
Oh,
games.
and name a video game I hate.
Any MOBA.
Fuck, you got me. I was really hoping you would go for like, you know, the famous one, or something funny. But I guess you just
You hate a lot of games.
name one. Name a title.
Or do you want a title that's a MOBA or a title that's not a MOBA?
Ideally, not a MOBA, so that people don't get mad at me.
Um,
Because if you just name the game that I famously hate, nobody here will have played it.
but it's so much funnier to say that you hate, say, Dota.
Well, I do, but like that's not, you know. Of course, I hate Dota. It's like
In fact,
morally correct to hate Dota.
I was gonna say HOTS, but like you also hate
I don't know
basically
what HOTS
every
is.
Heroes of the Storm.
What is that?
That's the Blizzard MOBA.
Okay, so there's like 8 reasons to hate that just on premise
Well,
alone.
exactly. And I was gonna say you basically hate every Activiz game.
Yeah, but again, like on
After
principle.
after playing at least one of them for a very extended period of time, not nearly as
Very
extended
extended period. Oh,
period
it
of
was
time.
like 2 years.
Well, but the hours in that were quite high.
I guess, but probably not really as high as, you know, a good video game. Like Team
You
Fortress 2.
probably, well, no, of course not. But you probably have more hours in it than I would guess Elden Ring.
Maybe,
Which-
but I probably enjoyed Elden Ring a whole lot more.
Yeah, I could imagine so.
Anyways,
I mean, I believe the sticking point for both of those was doing it with other people, though.
yes, exactly. Speaking of, aren't we supposed to be talking about Elden Ring? Well, not really. We can
No.
we can talk about whatever we want, actually.
No, actually, we're going to talk about Disco Elysium now.
Fuck yes, dude. Let's talk about Disco Elysium. Fuck Elden Ring. Let's talk about Disco Elysium. I played Disco Elysium for the first time last October, like September or October.
I played Disco Elysium over the course of like 2 years because it's so mentally draining to play, but I love it so much that I need to understand and get every little detail. So I need to stop a little bit every time I play, and then I stopped a while and picked it back up.
Maybe it's draining for you. I think I played that game for like 8 hours straight over the course of like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, but did you max out Encyclopedia, who was just constantly shouting at you
It was one of my higher stats.
every detail of the world constantly?
Oh, and did you know there's a
was
boxer
just
named Contact
barraged.
Mike?
Yes.
I would like to know you to know that there's a boxer named Contact Mike.
Contact. Interesting that you bring it up because Contact Mike isn't like even like top 20 bit of Disco Elysium. It's good,
But it
there's
is an
so many good
encyclopedia
bits.
bit.
It is an encyclopedia bit. That is true. It's not even. It's probably not even top 5 encyclopedia bit though.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
It is good. One of my favorite bits, and I've only ever seen this through other people because I didn't make these decisions, is
Yeah.
just every time socialists or communists come up, which is Disco Elysium, so a lot. I believe is it Volition, maybe?
Sure.
It just says that they don't know how the economy works. And
It's
it
true.
just
I'm a
over and over
socialist,
again.
and I
It's
don't know how the
really
economy works.
funny. Yeah, it's just like they obviously don't know how the economy works because if people didn't own things, then people couldn't sell things, and then there wouldn't be an economy. And
Yeah.
that's just like constant throughout it's so good.
It is. It's pretty true. Listeners, for those who don't know, Disco Elysium, 2019 computer RPG developed by Zaum, an Estonian company that no longer exists.
The only way we can explain this is to read the woke or not.
That's true. Okay, guys.
Yeah. Let's pull up the woke or not entry for it.
Get up for here.
Because it's the best description of Disco Elysium I've ever heard.
It might be the only description of Disco Elysium I've ever heard. Because you don't need a description of Disco Elysium, you simply need to know Disco Elysium. But I guess
it's an
might
experience.
Need to have a bit of background context. Other than it might be woke.
No, they just updated it to be not woke.
No. Wait, what? No, this is heartbreaking.
Ray Scholar is an authority figure and community leader, frequent anti-liberal messaging, misogynistic undertones, promiscuous woman fabricates false rape allegations, and is a wanted criminal, able to make racist remarks to your partner.
Those are all true facts about Disco Elysium, hit 2019 video game.
What? If that's the takeaway message you have from that game, oh, bud.
Well, it's crazy because some of this, I'm like, okay, you could all get away with those if you just played like maybe an hour of the game, but then it has shit that comes up in like towards like the mid to late game, and I'm like, okay, somebody played this game for a while.
Okay, here's the original one from like 7 months ago.
Yes.
Contains overtly pro-LGBTQ plus messaging, features multiple LGBTQ plus characters,
this is true,
including the player character, heavy social commentary regarding communism, whether pro or anti is unclear.
It's a little unclear.
Not recommended to woke. And then they update it to say it's actually recommended because it's not woke.
We love facing games whether they are woke or not. Owen, do you think Queen Marika the Eternal was woke?
What?
Do you think Queen Marika the Eternal was woke, or whatever her title is?
Not really.
And do you think Queen Marika the Eternal effectively utilized girl power when doing the genocide of the Horn Scent or whatever?
Not really.
Really?
She just kind of did it.
I guess that's true.
She got her.
Well, no, she got Mesmer to do it.
Well, okay, for the Horn Scent, yeah. She got Mesmer to do that one, and then her future genocides in the lands between, were largely she walked around and she got a bunch of people to do it, but largely she made a male version of herself to become the leading general and do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no.
Well, that sounds woke though. I don't know.
What to create a version of you that is the opposite gender to conform to gender norms?
Maybe, but that sounds a little bit like that transgender nonsense or whatever.
Well, she did have a kid with herself, and by a kid I mean like 5.
Like 5.
And only some of them committed genocide.
That's true. Only some of them. I can't remember. I remember we decided once. I can't remember. Are the kids she had with herself the best of the kids or the worst of the kids?
Both.
Fuck.
Well,
what do you mean both?
Actually, probably the best because the worst is probably like Rykard.
That's true. The worst is Rykard. God.
Rykard is definitely the worst. You could argue Mesmer is the worst.
Mesmer's not the worst because he has a really cool boss fight.
Sure.
Rykard's boss fight is ripped straight from Demon Souls. And it's boring.
Well, yes, but like I'm pretty sure all the modern, well, I guess maybe not Sekiro because that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, maybe it does actually. Maybe even no, I don't think so. But like Dark Souls 3 also has a fight like that.
Are you fucking... Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne do not have fights like this. Miyazaki, what are you doing? I know Demon Souls is good, but you don't need another fight where you get into a special boss arena, you grab a special weapon that has a special ranged attack that's just shooting like a tornado blast or whatever at a big like reptilian guy. Demon Souls did it first and did it best.
It's not big reptilian guy. It is one Yorm the Giant.
Dude, I fucking hate Yorm the Giant. Something about that name, man. It's like he wants to be Rom the Vacuous Spider so bad. Oh, and do you fuck with Rom the Vacuous Spider from Bloodborne?
I do not know.
Damn it. Definitely a top tier boss name.
I've honestly been trying to stay largely spoiler free from Bloodborne too, for when in 30 years they make a PC port.
That
and
won't happen.
Assuming I'm still alive in 30 years.
That too. That's another thing you got to think about.
I mean, they'll do it eventually.
No, they won't.
Once they hit a slump in sales, they're gonna do it because
they will not hit a slump in sales.
It's just free money.
You know what else they could do? They could get Blue Point to do a remake of Bloodborne. Isn't that what you want, Owen?
What?
Okay,
Why?
I guess this joke doesn't land as well if you don't. The Blue Point is the studio that did the Demon Souls remake.
Oh. No. Why?
It made everything sauceless and ugly and dog shit. It's weird because Blue Point did the Shadow of the Colossus remake remaster, and that's like it's still not and still not like as like good looking or as like as strong as the artistic direction as the original, but it's not. They didn't do Demon Souls 2020 to it.
Yeah.
You know what else lacks artistic direction? Please take a guess. The listeners are waiting. I gotta fill this dead air somehow.
What lacks artistic direction? I'm gonna say nirvanA Initiative.
You guessed it. You guessed it. This is actually a podcast about the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative.
It only. I mean, it was gonna get there eventually. It couldn't not.
It had to happen. That game sucks ass. I will not tell you what it's about, listeners at home.
I played it and I couldn't tell you what it's about.
That's true. I too played it and I could not tell you what it's about. Other than
how to
make it just a dog shit sequel to like a fantastic game.
Yeah. I played 24.3 hours of that game. Yeah. And I was finished 48 hours after it came out. And when it came out, I was on a road trip from North Carolina to Maryland.
Damn. That's an unfortunate. That's a lot. There's a lot of bad things that went on there.
Yeah. And I kind of enjoyed it while it was happening up until a point, and then I stopped, and then I started, and then I really stopped. And then there was like 2 interesting things. But man, that game is not how you make a sequel to a game.
Nope, it's really not.
Undoing all the previous game stuff to be more
approachable,
digestible, or approachable to newer audiences.
Allegedly.
Well, it worked. Allegedly, but it worked.
I guess
clearly
it did,
because it was like very well selling. I guess
not that well selling.
Well, I mean, sure.
Maybe better than the first game, but is that a good thing? No. I mean, the answer's no.
I mean, look at that man. He's sad. He needs money. Give Uchikoshi some money.
Listeners, you guys can give famous video game director Kotaro Uchikoshi some money by buying his new video game. What the fuck is it actually called? 100 Line, The Last Defense Academy, coming out April 23rd, 2025, on basically everything, and by everything I mean PC and what's it called, the Switch, the Nintendo Switch family of systems.
You know what you keep saying? You're like, you keep sending me things about like it's really got Uchikoshi's touch to it, and you're actually excited about it.
Unfortunately,
the more I've thought about it, the more I'm like, no, I don't want that actually. I don't want Kodaka's aesthetics with Uchikoshi's plot.
Well, don't worry. There's a lot of everyone's favorite Kazutaka Kodaka just right up in there. He's right up in that. He's stroking that J right in your face.
The game's so ugly. I hate every character design. I don't know how I'm supposed to get excited about this game.
Because it has gay sex.
Well, so does Danganronpa 1. And we
Yeah,
both
but
have
this has
opinions
like,
on that game.
yeah, but this game has like male nudity.
But that is the natural conclusion when you give Uchikoshi a Kodaka's aesthetic. That is the natural conclusion, but that doesn't mean I want it in that context.
Yeah, you do.
Sure. I hate the design so much. Our protagonist is a fucking
He's trans.
Fire Emblem protag.
What the fuck? All right, man. That's actually really funny that you say that, considering that the artist for I is very famous for working on Fire Emblem.
I know.
But not Matsuzaki.
Well, no, it's just the red and blue.
Yes, he is Alir from also famous game that I fucking hate, Fire Emblem Engage. God, that game's ass. Fuck, I hate it so much.
You showed me the intro to that game.
That's I did. Why did I do that? We were talking about something when playing.
Wanted
Elden
to throw my head through a window.
Hey, remember when we were playing Elden Ring? Remember when we were talking about Elden Ring?
What other thing can I move the conversation to avoid talking about what you were initially going to talk about?
I don't know. You know,
did you ever return to Maiden and Spell?
Nope. Nah. I'll get to it one day. It's one of those games that, well, actually, I lied, Owen. I can't get to it unless I pirate it, which I can and probably will. But
I will end up in a Steam family again eventually.
Well,
probably.
That would require me leaving my current Steam family.
Would it? Oh, I guess kind of.
Yeah, because they fucked the whole system. I hate Steam. Gabe Newell, your head will be on a pike one day, and the pike will be outside of my house.
So, the next game that we're playing, how about Baldur's Gate 3?
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't own Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm not paying for it.
Maggie's playing it,
you won't
apparently.
Be paying for it either.
No, I'm not buying you Baldur's Gate 3. That's not happening.
I don't want that to happen. I don't think you want that to happen either.
No. I did buy you Elden Ring, but I'm not buying you Baldur's Gate 3.
And I bought me the DLC, so it all evens out.
Yeah. And you bought me Zero Escape, the first two Zero Escape games back in the day.
No, those are good video games.
Which was life-changing.
See that? I changed lives.
It was life-changing in that it led to me eventually learning about Joseph Anderson.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you. God, you know I fucking hate Joseph Anderson.
But Joseph Anderson is why I know of the socialists don't know how the economy works bit. Because that was his playthrough.
He would do that kind of playthrough.
Well, he was an art critic cop who just repeatedly said that socialists don't know how the economy works. It was very funny. The best Joseph Anderson series was easily CTD. He had great opinions on that game.
I'm sure he had just such wonderful opinions. Surely as good opinions as he has on Dark Souls 2.
No, they were basically my opinions, word for word.
I don't think so. Oh, and you said a lot of very nice things about Zero Time Dilemma.
He did too. He loved it.
I don't know. I don't know if the love is coming from the same place.
It's not. But we both absolutely loved it, and we both reached very similar conclusions on it, even if it came out from different places. He didn't really like 999. He hated VLR. And then he loved ZTD, and he really liked I. I don't know why I keep and then he loved Disco Elysium. I don't know why I keep watching these things.
You probably should. That's like bad for your health, probably.
Yeah, probably.
You know who else
I think
loves Disco Elysium?
Bop.
Yes, the booty bopper.
I think my rapid decline in mental health could be partially attributed to me starting to watch Bop because it's re-exposing me to Danganronpa.
But it's also exposed. It's also exposed you to hands.
Well, you had exposed me to hands.
That's true. I guess it exposed you to I was just about to say. I don't know if I can say it. It exposed you to MILF guy. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
What, Jizzman?
Fuck. Yes, it exposed you to Jizzman, also known as the Jizzler. I guess it's here now, on record. Like I said, I'm not gonna edit this. I'll put a high pass filter over this. That's like editing. I'll put a compressor on it. Fuck it.
Okay. That's something.
Maybe we'll do like an intro music. Have like the Elden Ring theme, like have a little fade in, then fade out.
No, you don't get sued.
This is fair use. This is for school. This is fair use. Tsukasa Saito would never sue me. I love frequency maybe more than anyone else.
Maybe.
Man, Elden Ring. We have to talk about Elden Ring at least once, kind of. You know what we did? You know what
we did talk about Elden Ring. We did talk about America's girl powerness.
That's true. We did talk about that.
Nah.
But we did not talk about the best boss fight, about the second best boss fight in the game, third best boss fight in the game, Ancestor Spirit.
Oh, I was gonna say, are we talking? I'm trying to remember his name.
Godfroy the Grafted.
Yeah, Godfroy.
Godfroy. I wish we were talking about Godfroy the Grafted instead of day one of playing. I was playing this game. I already got up to the first like real major boss, Margit. So Owen here, having played the game, was like, let's do a little fun thing. There's a very sort of, I actually have no idea why I intend to do it, mid to late game, I don't know, boss called Ancestor Spirit that you can get to very early in the game. It's really like, hey, let's go fight this boss.
I'd say late early game, early mid game.
Sure, it doesn't really matter because the point is we had our starting gear and we're a couple of levels. So we were weak. Not that levels matter like a lot. They exist to solve skill issues, so to speak. Kind of, not really.
Yeah. Anyway, I ended up getting one shot like 4 or 5 minutes into the fight, which is
a long time.
A very long fight.
It's a very long fight when you're doing very little damage. So it's up to me, Big Daddy Long Dick over here, to.
Excuse me, you're comfortable saying that, and you didn't want to say Jizzman?
Yeah. There's a
okay.
Just the Jizzler feels way more inappropriate than that. I won't say it again.
Well, it's about the context. That's someone else. You just called yourself that. I think.
Well, I didn't call myself the Jizzler.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Do you want me to call myself the Jizzler?
No, please don't.
I won't, because I'm not. Don't put it in the newspaper that I'm the Jizzler. Please don't put it in the newspaper that I'm the Jizzler.
I have no influence over the newspaper, although apparently my sister does, so.
That's good intel. I'll have to contact her about something. We're talking about Ancestor Spirit. I soloed Ancestor Spirit while getting not hit. That's why it's the best boss in the game, because it's like a Demon Souls boss, where it's like good and well designed.
What was it, 24 minutes?
Something like, it was a long fight.
24, 28 minutes?
Yes.
Less than half an hour, more than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
From bosses are generally a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Most bosses in the game last 30 to 90 seconds. And if you're reapplying, you're generally reapplying in a phase transition before your buffs have worn off. So and you reapply once.
Yeah, it was a very prolonged fight, but I managed to lock in for the first time and the last time, really. Never again would I be so good at a boss fight, but that's okay, because then, with Owen dead, the game, in its weird co-op mod freakiness, decided to spawn them at a location you are not supposed to be at until you've already beaten Star Scourger Dawn, who is a boss way later in the game. And so our second boss of the playthrough was Mimic Tier. And we went through all of Nokron just running through in cowardice at like midnight. It was a crazy time.
You had to clutch like beating the ancestor spirit. But when I respawned, I was not anywhere near a point where you could rest and then teleport.
Yes, you had to
keep the dream alive. I had to run around through a late game area where everything would one-shot me for like 7 minutes trying to find a Site of Grace.
Yeah, and we hadn't worked out our strats of just having one of us rest at a bonfire to constantly reset enemies, had we? There was no reason for you to really do all that.
We only really did that in a couple locations, and it was mostly the Halig tree.
Yeah, mostly that one part of the Halig tree where it sucks ass.
And then also the sewers, I think, is where we discovered it.
Yeah, I don't remember much about the sewers.
We were looking for sewer Moog for so long, and for the seed bed curse, I think is what it's called.
Yes, that's what it is.
And for the 3 fingers. Woo, spooky. It's 2 fingers and then it's 3 fingers.
Hey, that makes a whole hand. What did Miyazaki mean by this?
Yeah. And then your finger maiden leaves you once you meet the 3 fingers.
Oh, that's why I never met the 3 fingers. Instead, I just let my finger maiden die. I didn't let her die. She killed herself. Very important distinction. I didn't leave her to go be eaten by wolves or something. It was her choice. Or whatever. I don't know about the lore. I only know about.
But eventually we'd go kill her brother. Who is this Mesmer guy who commits genocide that we keep talking about.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Well, his boss fight's pretty cool. He's like a shitty person, I guess. I don't really.
Well, he's just mommy's boy that mom told him to be a Nazi, so he became a Nazi, and then he waited for thousands and thousands and thousands of years for her to come back and get him, and she never did.
Yeah, that sucks, I guess. That sucks to be him, but he kind of deserved it.
Oh yeah, he committed genocide.
Yeah, we're not really fucking with genocide here at this unnamed podcast. Are we the anti-genocide podcast? Is that our name?
Well, let me see if that's taken.
God, I hope not. I really hope we can slap a copyright on that, because that'd be really useful, I think.
There's Scholars Against Genocide, who I think is a lot of.
Good news, Owen. We are not scholars.
No.
We can be STEM against genocide.
That's so good. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. There's a American Genocide podcast.
Well, this ain't America. This is the lands between. Not America. Not very much not America. No correlation.
No, but it is America. It's America's land. It's America.
Oh, I see.
My brother will not shut up about this
what did Miyazaki mean by this?
Yeah. It's America, where the leader of America commits genocide, and then under the guise of world peace, keeps asking less powerful people to commit genocide in other places. What did he mean by this?
I thought this was a game about hunting beasts. What did Miyazaki mean by this? That's a funny Bloodborne one for you. I don't know if you're advanced enough for that one.
No, this is a game about hunting beasts. I've heard that before. For sure.
And you know what, listeners? Now we've decided we're just going to keep doing this, but for various games, until it becomes a disaster immediately, because it turns out that we'll just hate each other's taste.
It's largely gone well for music.
That's true. We started doing this for music too, just basically completely on accident. When they asked for something to listen to. They're a beekeeper. Fun fact, they're a beekeeper.
Yeah. Well, You did not send it because I was beekeeping.
Well, you sent it
Beekeeping was
because
done.
Well, you wanted something for work. You want something to listen to while you're at work.
Yeah, but I'm not beekeeping, farming.
That's right. You have too
Beekeeping
many
has
jobs.
been done. Beekeeping's been done for like 6 months.
That's true. I guess you're about as much of a beekeeper as I'm a bird phrenologist. Guys, I used to be a bird phrenologist. Now I just work at the cage.
Well, I have been doing some research for beekeeping, and I've wrote up a procedure to do research on bees.
That's cool.
I've got like a box of bees in jars over there, preserved in alcohol. I need to do something with those before the end of the year.
You might want to.
Rather than just let them.
Ferment.
I'll hide them in this for the next. There's so many good spots that they're never gonna check. Actually, I could just hide bottles of preserved bees.
That's kind of a good idea.
Except, I've got too many of them. I don't know if I like. That's maybe too many, actually.
Nah, it's probably a good idea. I think. Anyways, yeah, you were working it, and you were like, "Give me something to listen to," and so I gave you, of course, not Longson, Otokutachi no Wakare by Fishmans, a live concert from December 27th, 1998. It goes hard. You should all listen to Fishmans.
A year we were definitely alive for.
I was very alive in 1998. Oh, do you know what came out in
Everyone is saying
1998?
this. It was a year. Like what in particular?
Oh, I was really hoping to like have come up with an answer. Ocarina of Time.
There's plenty of.
The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time came out in 1998. Xenogears came out in 1998. Let's make this a Xenogears podcast. You never played Xenogears, and you won't.
I've not.
Xenogears.
No, probably not. I mean, Titanic came out, I believe.
Ah, fuck.
Right?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? There's got to be an Armored Core that came out in 1998.
Oh yeah, no.
Which one?
Titanic came out.
Oh, I thought that was like, oh, I found it. So, things that came out in 1998. Everything that people definitely cared about. That would have been first gen Armored Core.
No, that was 97.
Well, yeah, Armored Core 1 came out in 97.
No, nothing came out in 98.
Well, did they just skip a year? Did Master of Arena not come out until 99? They just because 1 and Phantasma came out the same year. Did they skip 98? Did Master of Arena take them that long to fucking make? Holy shit. All they did was just I guess Kota Hoshino took forever to make some tunes. They made some damn good tunes, guys. You should listen to Apex and Circle by Kota Hoshino from hit video game Armored Core Master of Arena. Everyone's favorite Armored Core game. There are no weird controls, no bizarre voice acting to be found in the classic PS1 game Master of Core. Armored Core Master of Arena. Damn, it did come out in 19. What the hell? Am I stupid? Son of a bitch. All right, I guess they took their sweet fucking time with that one. All right, never mind. Nothing good came out in 1998. Apparently.
Oh. So music. What has been like the thing that you've liked most, like of what I sent to you?
Maybe it's recency bias, but Ants from Up There by Black Country New Road. That was a fucking banger.
It goes so hard.
Chat. That's a really good album. And by chat, I mean listeners. This is not a live studio audience or a live internet audience. Quasi mode.
Do people call chat?
No.
Do people call live studio audiences chat?
No, but they should.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, quasi mode was really good. Now I'm failing to remember what all you sent me though. Oh my god.
Like the first thing I sent you, I don't know why the fuck I did.
Yeah, the first thing you actually sent me was that one album by not Steely Dan. I keep doing this to myself. The guys.
You'll get there.
What are they called? It's two guys. Well, not really, but it's like
no,
something like that. What the hell is that? Not the name, but like, fuck.
You'll get there.
What was it? Wait, I'm waffling. I can't do this. And I'm not editing this.
I know. That's why
While
this
I'm
is so good.
while I'm thinking about this, Owen, what's a Pokemon that would like taste good if you ate it?
Oh damn! I can't say my favorite Pokemon because
Why not?
because my favorite Pokemon is a keyring.
Oh shit. Well,
I don't know if a keyring would taste good.
oh, not your first album, but you forgot it in people. Broken Social Scene.
Yes.
There were some bangers on there.
Yeah. No, Broken Social Scene is
There were
great.
definitely.
Very much our Northwest music, like our Seattle, Vancouver music scene, like
Mm-hmm.
culmination. Not like anything particularly amazing, but just sort of a culmination of a bunch
Dire
of people
Straits.
from
It was
the
a
area.
Dire Straits album.
There we go.
I didn't even scroll far up enough to get to it. I just remember it's DNS, not Steely Dan, but Dire Straits. Not two guys, by the way.
No, I don't. Is Steely Dan two guys?
No.
I didn't think so.
Sometimes you just get in your head about things. Oh, here, look. Hey, look, it's Fire Emblem Engage full opening, English plus title screen.
No.
When we were also talking about... Oh, Melania. That's right, because we spent too long fighting Melania, and it isn't even the boss that we think is the hardest in the Elden Ring. Famously the subject of this podcast, Stem Against Genocide.
God, I will. Where did I put Placidus Axe in my ranking?
You put Placidus. I put Placidus X at dead last.
No,
you
no,
put Placidus X second to last, before, of course, Valiant Gargoyles.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I would have put Placidus Axe like pre-playing.
For context, Dragon Lord Placidus X is a mandatory boss fight in hit video game Elden Ring.
It is far from mandatory.
Is Placidus? Oh no, Malekith is mandatory. Wait, which one's mandatory? Whatever.
Malekith, because he's guarding Dust and Death, which allows you to kill gods.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Placidus Axe is just existing outside of time.
Yeah,
and
but
you
like,
just decide to go fuck that up.
Well, he was mandatory for us.
Giggles. We did need to insane me, so I didn't like. So you could instead do an even worse. Rather than destroying the world, you could just put everyone in constant pain and agony and misery for all time.
Hey, I made this guy look pretty cool.
You did. You sure did.
Yeah, I made this guy look pretty cool when I did all that. And then we grew 4 legs. Well, I guess we only grew 2 legs. We gained a total of 4. We had a total of 4 legs.
My brother had some explanation as to why that happened, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know. It's because I was using the Type A model. I was a Type A chatter. You were a Type B chatter.
Oh, that's right. So for both of us, it rendered. Yeah. Okay.
Because I was.
But the funniest part was it rendered but it didn't like render each other's legs.
Yes,
it just rendered our own legs twice.
No, it rendered your legs twice. It rendered me for the first half of the cutscene, and then you for the second half of the cutscene.
Oh, okay, that's even funnier. I had fallen through the map.
Yeah, well, I did fall through the map, but I wisely teleported out before moving, so the game didn't know I was under the map.
Yeah.
Because I'm intelligent. You know who else is intelligent? Moog, Lord of Blood.
I don't think he ever had an opportunity to demonstrate his intelligence in the game. Because he was enchanted by other intelligent being.
Well, I don't think that would like make him smarter.
Well, no, but he wasn't in control of his own actions like at all.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he wasn't smart.
I mean, sure, but I said he didn't demonstrate any intelligence.
He was well spoken.
That's true.
I don't think Miquella would make you any more or less well spoken.
I think all the other than Radon, poor Radon lost the ability to speak. All the other demigods are pretty well spoken. Well, not Rykard.
Not Rykard. Rykard was not well spoken.
Rykard probably still had the best like vocal performance though.
Nah.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? His vocal performance.
I don't remember anything from.
Yeah, no, let me get it.
I don't like the fight because it's just
Yeah.
King of Storms from Demon Souls, and he's no Egon. I'll tell you that. And he's also not Amy Fionn Edwards as Rani the Witch.
Yeah, Ronnie's vocal performance was good.
Or whoever voices Moog as, Moog Lord of Blood, or Horalu Kama Warrior.
Oh my god! Okay, I was so confused. Why?
Why what?
Well, okay, why my search results were what they were.
What did you misspell? Oh, and what?
Woke or not? Woke or not? We're still in the search bar.
Woke or not, Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy.
No, it was woke or not. Now we will devour the gods together.
That sounds pretty woke to me.
Yeah, that's communist.
I love devouring. If it's communist, I love devouring the gods.
Yeah.
Listeners, did you know I'm a communist? I will not edit this out. Fuck. Oops.
What?
I wouldn't worry too hard about it. You know what else is a great album? Blast from the album Leaf, which is not an album. It's a live improvised EP. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh my god. Album Leaf is an amazingly not well-known band.
It's not a band, it's a guy.
It's a guy, yeah. It's a guy and occasionally some of the members of Sigur who are pretty well known.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's crazy. You know, you ever listen to Low Roar?
What?
Ever heard of Low Roar?
No.
Alright, I'll send you that one day. Other Icelandic dude. Again, dude, single, not band.
I love dudes that give themselves band names.
You heard it here first, folks. Owen loves dudes.
Sure, but I have a massive I love so many bands that are just guys with band names. Iron and Wine is one of my favorite musical acts. And it's just one guy who decided to call himself Iron and Wine.
Is he in possession of iron and/or wine?
I mean, probably.
You know who else is just a guy that named himself a thing? Pai Pai, also known as Cookie Dog 69 from King Gizzard the Lizard Wizard. His own musical project. This joke didn't work.
Oh.
We're gonna abort that.
Sorry, I was reading something. So Low Roar is in Death Stranding a lot. Okay, I see.
Yes, and he's dead.
Yes,
famously he contributed a lot to Death Stranding because Kojima he was in a lot of the visuals for Death Stranding. It's set in America, but all the terrain and stuff is based off Iceland scenery. Kojima just thinks it looks cool, which it does. It's very pretty.
Wait, Wikipedia is saying that the founder and lead singer of the band died.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
But not that it was one. And it's saying it has past members.
I guess it technically has
past members. Is this a band or one person?
It's one guy with, I guess, occasional contributors, because nobody...
Well, but they've released an album in
it's all just stuff that he had working, and then was finished mixing by some other dude. It's all just a posthumous release.
Oh, Andrew Shep's finished it up. Yeah.
Yeah, see? They're all the same guy.
I know who that is. Well...
There are only so many guys, Owen.
Well, yeah. Well, Andrew Shep's does fucking everything. How... Do you know who this guy is?
No.
Let's see if I can... Let's pull up some random things. He's Adele 21, RHCP, Kid Rock.
Oh, you're not hitting very hard.
Metallica, Linkin Park, Neil Diamond, U2.
Okay, you didn't need to put in Linkin Park with all those other guys. You can. I'm not gonna go bad for Linkin Park, but you don't gotta lump them with Bono.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Audio Slave, Jay-Z, Iggy Pop.
Everyone's favorite. Are we still fucking with Iggy Pop? Chad, did he do all that? Did he beat the allegations? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No. But like Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, Diana Ross, but like fucking Smash. He did the most recent Smashing Pumpkins album. I'm sure that's amazing. Smashing Pumpkins released a space opera.
Oh God.
A couple years back, and I thought it was. There was one track on it that's really good, I guess, and Pandora kept playing it for me over and over again. So I kind of like, I thought I had heard the whole album, and I thought it was good. I had recommended it to a friend of ours, and I started listening to it myself, and I had to go back. No, stop! If you're listening to this, don't listen to this. This is actually awful.
That's really good. But yeah, he did all that, and I guess the last Lower album.
Yeah, it's the most recent thing he's done.
It's a pretty good album.
Right after Agori Morime, the 13th studio album by Smashing Pumpkins. Man, I love Smashing Pumpkins, but You
know who doesn't love Smashing Pumpkins?
Who?
My boss.
Interesting. Is there a story there? Or?
No, it just came up the other day at work. Because somebody had a Smashing Pumpkins song on the playlist. And I'm like, he was like, is that Smashing Pumpkins? Like, yeah, it was from, I don't know, whatever album it was. It was like, that's their one good album. It could have been any of them. I don't know. I've never heard a song from theirs like in my life.
No, it's probably not any album. It's almost certain Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
It might have been.
No, actually, no. It could have been Siamese Dream.
There are some. I would have.
It wasn't.
I would remember that one. No, I don't know why, but I would have. It was not that.
You would have remembered? Do you know the whole album, Siamese Dream?
No, I mean I would have remembered the name. I would have been like, that's the name I know. I know the name. I couldn't tell you that it was the Smashing Pumpkins, but I've heard the name of the album before.
Okay, because there are some people who are like, Siamese Dream is the one good Smashing Pumpkins album, which is crazy. Really crazy. Fuck, now I need to send you Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. You probably not like it, but it's so good.
I show you something I don't think... Well, I guess you kind of... Well, you had the average reaction of, that was interesting. I won't listen to it again.
Well, that was interesting. I won't listen to it again. I mean, it was good. It was really good. I'd love to see it live. There's some things that are much better live, though.
That is most King Gizzard fans' reaction to Murder of the Universe. They're like, oh,
if I saw that live, it would be a life-changing experience.
Actually, I'm most surprised that Altered Beast was your favorite part. That's actually crazy to me.
Yeah, I want to hear about that. What?
I don't know. It's just like, really? That's the... I guess... I don't know. Like, I like it. It's my second favorite part. But
I kind of forgot about the middle part.
Yeah, I think I think Lord of Lightning has strong songs. I think like the song Lord of Lightning is really good. I think Balrog is kind of, it's like fine, but I could do without it doing the classic King Gizzard thing of the chorus is Stu saying the title of the song 80 times. And then the remainder of that part, which is like what the Acrid Corpse, which is, it's good. I like it, but like it's like 80 seconds long. And then it goes into... The problem is that Hantayumi and the Murder of the Universe is simply the best thing they've ever done. And I will hear no arguments.
I just love the texture of the first bit.
Yeah. I should send you the KEXP recording.
I love the texture. It was so good.
I don't know, I guess it's just because when we're talking about Larks, the famous King Crimson album from 1972, Larks, Tongues, and Aspic, you talked about how you were not fond of when the guitar came into be like the heavy guitar came to be like the central focus of the song. Which is not only just, it's like a lot of this album, but especially, I associate that most strongly with Altered Beast, which is because it's just 3 guitarists being dirty.
That's you hit the nail on the head though. It's 3 guitarists.
Okay. When it's just Fripp, ew, get that man out of here.
Yeah, if it's one person playing guitar, it's at most like good, but when it's fucking 3 people playing guitar.
3 people.
You can get some really amazing sounds in there. You know?
I guess, yeah. Okay,
you got some really interesting stuff.
So what you're telling me is that you would actually maybe really like the 80s Crimson albums with Adrian and Fripp.
Maybe.
I don't know. Actually, I think your favorite Crim era might be Court through what was the last thing they did before Lark's Islands, the era that nobody likes except for Court.
I mean, probably.
Probably. My favorite era, the Wettin era. You like some of Lark's, but not all of it. It's the most Fripp on guitar doing, not even really Frippatronics. There's some Frippatronics. Actually, not really. There should have been more Frippatronics on Red, but Red, my favorite album, is like the most Fripp doing single guitar thing, and like it's really good, but it's not. I don't think something you'd really like, except for you'd probably like Providence, which is an improv track that nobody likes because it's an improv track. But it's good, and of course Starless. Nobody dislikes Starless. If you dislike Starless, you should be shot in the head. Sorry. Not sorry. The 80s era, I think there would be like half the stuff you would like, half of it you'd find would be ass. I don't know. I think the 80s era is pretty interesting. And then the double trio, double duo era is such a mixed bag of... I think it has a lot of interesting ideas, but it's just like whatever. Now we're at King Crimson Podcast. Owen, how do you feel about us being King Crimson Podcast, having listened to 2 albums?
There are worse things to be.
That's true. We could be a Yes podcast. We could be a Fish podcast.
I mean, what is this? STEM on genocide? Is that
STEM against genocide?
So when are we gonna get us when is episode 2 of STEM Against Genocide gonna come out?
Obviously when we finish our next mystery game, that I'm not telling you until Monday. Monday. Do we want to do it Monday or Tuesday? How much more Sunless do you want me to play? We can play Sunless over the weekend.
I want you to get to the Dom Machine.
I don't know if Sunless is gonna give us enough content for another episode. Maybe.
I mean, it could.
At this rate, we talked about
it.
We talked about Elden. Oh, do you want to know how long it's been recording?
I'm aware. I had a thing, and by a thing, I was going to spend time with my partner.
Yes. Why didn't you
never
leave?
Shown up.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, and you said I have time to do 10 to 30 minutes, but not 50 to 60. It's been 58 minutes, not including the 10 minutes we spent not recording.
So.
And how much of this time have we spent talking about Elden Ring?
What can we say at this point to make sure your professor will have to respond to it?
What do you mean?
To see whether or not they listened all the way through.
Oh, fuck. Well, we probably should have put that in the middle. I feel like we're probably at least going to be getting towards the end at this point.
No, we got to go for another hour then.
I could go for that long if I knew how to. Well, I do. Yeah. We could go for that long. Fuck it.
I'm gonna go until my partner gets here.
If you're listening, who's your favorite?
They've been texting me.
Owen, stop being a bad partner. Like I said, this is getting edited. Do you think Owen's been a good partner? That's how we're judging now.
Oh, and my professor.
Oh boy.
My partner called me twice?
What? Owen!
And my professor texted me?
Owen! Take some responsibility here. I'm the one that's been having that's had a migraine for the past 2 days. That's still ongoing for the record. Fun fact. It's getting better, except for when I take a step. Then it's like don't every step. And, you know. But I'm standing still right now.
Yeah. Are
they here?
No.
Are they safe?
Sorry, you cut out?
I said, are they safe or alive?
Yeah. They're at Friends, which is so weird because they... Okay. I had very good reason to believe, i.e. them telling me, and rationale behind it, that they would be coming here and we would be staying in for the night, which is why I've been waiting for them. I don't know why my phone didn't ring. It was sitting right next to me.
Because your phone...
I'm not like chronically on my phone, like, so it's not like a natural thing for me to check it all the time. But like, so what the fuck?
It's because your phone knows that my computer is on streamer mode because I'm just recording this through OBS because I'm being so lazy. Question number 2. How lazy am I being with the recording process of this podcast? Question number 3. Who's my favorite boss in Elden Ring? I think those are some pretty good questions to see if she's listened to this whole hour. Because we've barely talked about Elden Ring, which is great. Because, God, could you imagine if we just tried to talk about Elden Ring for an hour?
We easily could have done it.
We could have. We still could. Oh, we got another hour we could fill.
Well, let me establish what's going on with my partner first.
Yeah, okay, let me fill this dead air. Instead of drinking some water like I had planned to do, let me fill some dead air. Let's see. All right, let's just talk about Dark Souls 2. So Dark Souls 2 is really good. Famously, Hidetaka Miyazaki, director of Demon Souls and Dark Souls, and also, much more importantly, Armored Core 4 Answer, was not really involved because he was busy working on Bloodborne. Because he was like, why should I need to make a sequel to Dark Souls? Dark Souls is like a complete finished vision. Bandai Namco, what are we doing here? So instead they got, I feel so bad for not remembering his name, some other dude. I'm sorry, Mr. Initial Director of Dark Souls 2, because Dark Souls 2 had development hell, and then this other dude went on to direct it and finish it, and it'd be like co-direct it and then fully direct Scholar of the First Sin, which is a revised edition with a new update, a bunch of revised enemy placement, it incorporated all the DLC content, added a new ending, which is really good, new content. I can't imagine playing Dark Souls 2 without my boy Aldia, Scholar of the First Sin. Set in the land of Drangleic, Drangleic is beset by this curse that causes people to forget themselves, forget their purpose. Because King Vendrick of Drangleic he's abandoned his duty to link the flame and move on to the next stage. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Instead, he's going to just waste away. He went hollow. He's still alive, but he's refused to give power to anybody else. He doesn't want anything to change because he's just terrified, absolutely terrified of what could happen next. And, who amongst us is not terrified of what will happen next? But, some days you just got to keep on moving through life or whatever. Look, Dark Souls 2 is pretty good. Also, contrary to most popular thought, Dark Souls 2 bosses rule. Pursuer, we love chasers. We don't love chasers. We love pursuers. Very different genres of guys, for the record. Who else do we love here? We love Ancient Dragon. We love bosses that are fucking ass, but you can skip them. You can especially skip them if you're a furry and you're like, that's my boyfriend right there. I'm not going to kill Ancient Dragon. Sorry, Mr. Booty Bopper. I'm not going to get all trophies because I'm not killing Ancient Dragon. Who else is a good boss? Fucking Sir Alone, Fume Knight, fucking the Burnt Ivory King. Don't know if you've heard. The best boss that's ever been in a Souls game. Sorry, fucking... I don't know. Who do people think is a good boss? Fucking Ornstein and Smo from Dark Souls 1. I'm sorry. Can I be a hater? ONS? He's aight. It's not the peak of DS1. What's the peak of DS1? Manus. Manus Father of the Abyss, easily. Best fight in that game. Second best fight. Not Gaping Dragon. I'd probably give it to Artorias. That's a very, very basic answer, but what can I say? Knight Artorias is pretty fucking sick. But we're not going to talk about Dark Souls. We're going to talk about Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. It's actually a good fight. The Scholar of the First Sin, Aldia, the final boss of the game. If you do that ending, which you should, because it's basically almost impossible to miss. Well, you don't have to do that ending, but you have to, get the additional content, which I actually really don't understand how you can miss Aldia unless you deliberately go out of your way to just ignore all that, which takes a lot of work, to be honest. You have to know how to do all the secrets to avoid the deep lore. But actually, I think it's a pretty good fight. Because he just monologues at you, and a lie will always remain a lie. I'm always saying this. No matter how brilliant or beautiful, a lie will remain a lie. We love audio. We love Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. Owen, how do you feel about Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin?
I'm sure it's great. My partner has given us a new conversation topic.
Okay, but
I don't really understand.
First, Owen, I must refute your statement saying that you think Dark Souls 2 is great. Because when I first told you that I was playing Dark Souls 2, you said, the fucking bad one? Why? You've never played Dark Souls 2.
I have not played Dark Souls 2. My opinion was not that strong.
It was shockingly strong for a fellow who's never played Dark Souls 2.
Okay, sure, that's fair.
It was.
I mean, it was, yeah.
Oh, damn. This is why you shouldn't watch Joseph Anderson.
I've never heard his opinion on Dark Souls.
That's great. That's what he's like known for. Is his bad Souls videos, because they're all bad.
I know. I've never watched a video he's posted. Only his live stream.
That's better. I still wouldn't recommend watching his streams, but
but his
videos are really bad.
I've only watched his VOD.
Even better.
Yeah.
Anyways, should I say your partner's name, or should we just keep at Owen's partner?
Either way, I don't think they care.
Owen's partner. What do they suggest?
We should talk about salt.
I'm salty about Elden Ring. Not really. What am I salty about? Dark Souls 3? Not really. I haven't played it yet, but I will be probably when I play it.
Do you know what do you know what you call some salt in between two layers of bread?
No, Owen, what could they possibly call that shit?
A knuckle sandwich. It's a chemistry joke. NaCl.
I'm sorry, Owen. I'm in STEM. I don't really get that.
This is a pretty famous bit of my partner. Is the knuckle sandwich, and it's truly atrocious.
That's crazy. They should have said that when I met them. When we met that one time in person. Remember that?
They oh God, that was.
Do you want to talk about that for an hour? Not really.
Oh, there's so many things to be said about that. That could be said about that. I don't know if I want to say anything about that, but
if you want to bet anything, nobody but my classmates will hear this, and maybe I'll put it online somewhere. Oh, you want to start a podcast?
I think the funniest thing we could do in terms of starting a podcast is just record our audio without the game sound of us playing games and then just post it no context.
God, that'd be terrible.
It would be. I'm curious to see, with a consistent upload schedule, how many views that would get. Because literally anything
consistently will eventually get at least a view somewhere.
Not even a view, like many views. Like, not many views, but like several views.
Yeah, double digits. I can take double digits. Oh, and we'll become the next abnormal mapping. Fuck, that joke doesn't make sense if you don't know what abnormal mapping is. God damn it. Fuck. You all should listen to Abnormal Mapping. That's a good podcast. What is a podcast network I listen to and pay for on patreon.com? Sorry, that's our fourth question. You have to get at least 100%. If you get 110%, I'll be really happy. I haven't said a bonus question yet. I'll have to think of one. But a bonus question can only give you points if you've also already gotten everything else right.
So eventually my partner will get here, and we are going to have to stop.
Yeah, well, we could stop now and just play Sunless.
Oh, we wouldn't have time to do anything real in Sunless before they get here.
I am a god gamer at Sunless. I haven't died yet. I thought I was gonna die by this point. I played it for 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, that's good.
I'm basically as good as it as a famous YouTuber Vivian Aldrin is at Dark Souls.
Okay, sure.
Well, you see, the bit is that they're good at Dark Souls.
Yeah, I am aware of that. Oh my god. You know what the bonus question should be?
Okay.
Cheap ass gamer says that the Somnium Files is on PlayStation 4 is only $4.
Oh,
if your professor buys
yes,
the Somnium
yes.
Files on PlayStation 4, they
Okay.
get bonus.
Step 1, buy a PlayStation 4. Step 2, purchase the Somnium Files. The original, not the sequel, the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative. The original, the Somnium Files. For, what, $4 US? Plus tax.
$4 USD.
Play it. Tell me, who is the killer in the Somnium Files, and I'll give you an extra 10%.
Oh,
that's right.
Not... Okay, you have... Okay, you gotta really play through the whole thing, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you see, the thing is, she won't want to stop playing because it's really good.
It is good. It was, like, my favorite game for a while.
And then you played Disco Elysium.
And then I played Disco Elysium. That is, like...
Who's the killer in Disco Elysium?
Disco Elysium.
We never said what the game's about other than it may or may not be woke.
There's a cop.
There's a cop. Well, we didn't even say that. We didn't say that there were any cops. Now we have. We said that it had women and a racial supremacist.
Well, no, we said that it had a woman.
That's true. Only the one.
Who, yeah.
You know what Disco Elysium should have? MILFs. You ever heard of MILFs, Owen?
Wait. I'm just thinking back to the description from Not Woke.
You're just gonna ignore me.
And it says a woman falsely claims that she was raped. She isn't claiming it, and she says no.
That's true. She does do neither of those things. People claim for her that she was sexually assaulted, and she said, "Nah, not really. That didn't happen."
I don't.
Well, no, I think at first I think she goes along with it until you press her on it.
Like,
I think
she does,
I don't remember.
But it was far from her idea, and
it was
uncomfortable doing it.
It was another woman's idea. It was her idea. It was not her. Her isn't her. The other one.
The other woman. There are at least two other relevant women here.
The woman that came up with the plan, not the other relevant woman, or the other relevant woman. Well, that one isn't really that super relevant if we're thinking of the same woman.
But there are two women here that came up with plans that aren't her.
Wait, who's the other one? I'm talking about Ruby. I don't know who else you're talking about that came with
the gardener. Who's definitely not a lawyer.
But what plan did she come up with? She just went along with Everard's plan.
She was advising all the plans and actively coming up from like.
That was mostly Ruby, wasn't it?
No.
She was just there being not a lawyer. If you play Disco Elysium, that gardener is not a lawyer.
No, that gardener is definitely not a lawyer.
There are no lawyers in Revachol. That's probably true.
There are no lawyers in Revachol.
I don't know if there's anything. Nothing ever happens in Revachol. It's maybe the most nothing ever happens game except for Bloodborne.
Until it gets nuked after.
That's true. In 20 years, it might get nuked. Or 25. Yeah. I don't remember when the book. I need to read the book. I have it downloaded on my computer. It's like short, but I'm currently reading. All right, this is book club now. I've been reading The Three Stigmata of Palma Eldritch. The Three Stigmata of Palma Eldritch. The Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch by Philip Kindred Dick, my goat. Sorry, Kurt Vonnegut, you've been dethroned. You were my goat for a long time, but I've been getting really into Dick lately. Owen, are you always saying this?
I think the people are always saying this.
The people are always saying this. The people love Dick. Anyways, it's true. He was kind of well selling. Once he after 10 years, he did sell well, and then he's continued to be he sold pretty well. And then Blade Runner came out. Well, actually, he died before Blade Runner came out, 2 months before. But the people do love Blade Runner. This is technically like kind of a film program that's also STEM, so you should all love Blade Runner. Based on a book written by Philip K. Dick.
No, they cannot be committing to this.
Who's committing to what?
Spike Chunsoft has put up a birthday post for a Raincoat character.
Owen, have you not been seeing this? Sorry, Philip K. Dick. We have to talk about something much more important. Master Detective Archives Raincoat. Owen, do you want to know something fun about the character they just posted their birthday about? They died 40 minutes into the video game. They've been doing this for every character for 2 years since the game came out.
That's...
Including the whole cast of characters that are... A lot of them are on the box art that die in 40 minutes. Because the game gives you a fake cast of characters as you like this as side cast. And then they all die. They're the victims of the prologue murder case. That's like the one kind of funny thing it does, except all the actual side cast was heavily advertised and are actually on the box. So you kind of already know going in, but if the game had that energy throughout the rest of it, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, but that's got the energy of trying to recreate ZTD's opening.
No, it doesn't.
Like, just this massive, just funny, oops, like...
That's the exact opposite of what happens in ZTD.
Oh, yeah, but it's so far direct opposite, but yeah.
No, I think
it's so directly opposite of what happens in ZTD that, you know... I mean, I don't know. I guess it's the direct opposite, but I feel like there's like a horseshoe theory moment.
Maybe. Anyways, we're talking about Palmer Eldritch. If you guys want to read a book that's just bleak, God, you should read the Three Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch. Like, you know, all of his books are kind of like sad, maybe a little more morose, maybe a little bleak. Like, A Scanner Darkly has like a sad, it's like sort of depressing to read, but there's a lot of like, you know, moments of levity. It's pretty funny actually. All after I just, you know, kind of hits. But Palmer Eldritch is just, this guy he's having a bad time. And I remember I read this one interview with Dick where he's like, I really hated writing it, but I could just see no other way for this story to go. I was possessed to write it. I don't think he really said that last part, but he basically said it. And I'm like, yeah, I'd have even gotten to like the last act, but man, it's a good ass book. You should also read A Scanner Darkly. Oh, and you should actually read A Scanner Darkly.
Yeah, I have trouble reading normal English.
Okay, then read like the Vietnamese translation. You know Vietnamese, right?
No.
Fuck.
I know I can listen to Vietnamese and understand generally the topic of the conversation.
That's pretty good.
To some extent. Like, I can pick out some words sometimes. I can't speak it or read it though anymore. Like at all. I mean, in terms of reading bleak shit, I've been reading so much T.S. Eliot.
Oh yes.
Wasteland is amazing. I just pulled it up, and I've not had a white screen in a while, so I just hurt my eyes because the only lighting in this room is the lighting of my computer screen, and then directly behind me is my grow light for my Royal Rainbow, Zebra Plant, and Rubber Tree. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? This is good. That's good. You should do a comparative analysis between T.S. Eliot and Souls.
Jane.
Okay.
My brother is currently playing Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind.
Wait, what?
DLC.
Wait.
Yeah.
Fuck it. What's a Kingdom Hearts podcast? Wait. Has your brother played the other games?
He was playing. Yeah, he's been playing through them apparently. I mean, he was in and out of the hospital, and he's back.
He's been playing Kingdom Hearts?
He played Dark Souls Remastered. He's been playing. He played God of War. And then he's been playing.
STEM Against Genocide does not approve God of War, either the original PS2 games or even worse, the Santa Monica Studios. I think they're all been Santa Monica Studios, but you know the new ones that are bad.
And then he's been playing Kingdom Hearts 3 for the last 6.5 hours.
Hell yes, dude! I love Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not as good as Kingdom Hearts
3-day streak. He finished Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix
Hell yeah.
2 days ago, according to Discord. I don't know why I'm checking Discord and not Steam for this. I guess that's because that's where I saw it.
Dude, your brother's been game. Hell yeah, dude. We love Sebastian the Younger playing through Kingdom Hearts.
He's been gaming. Academic team is over, so he doesn't really. And then he's been doing that and being in the hospital. He's not done like yeah. That's been his life recently, unfortunately.
Hey, he's been playing Kingdom Hearts. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I mean, DS1 remastered. I like Dark Souls 1. I'm not afraid to admit it. Dark Souls 1, like 4 out of 10. 4 out of 5. Not 4 out of 10. Dark Souls 3 is a 4 out of 10. I haven't played it.
Decent game, 4 out of 10.
Whoopsie. Just a casual, Freudian slip. Not really Freudian. Just not a reading Monokuma line saying time to start the transvestigation.
Okay, I've got the next question for your professor.
Okay.
What are the thoughts on a professor thinking that the 4.0 system of like A to F or whatever is too easy? So the maximum grade they will ever give anyone is a 95 on any assignment to make the window between B and A smaller.
It's actually really interesting because all my grades for this class have been. This is a good thing, I think. I'd like it to be clear. Have been just check marks. Well, I guess not actually, but basically, if I turn it in, then I've done it. Except for what do I add? Not order. That's my textbook. Sorry, professor. This is how I know that you'll actually be listening. I did order that. I just forgot to tell you, and by order it. Wait, actually, I can say this. We're allowed to say this. I didn't buy it, but I did download a PDF. So I read it before class. Also, read the chapter and prepare for quiz. I don't know why that's a 0 out of 5. I didn't do very well on the quiz because that was a long day for me, but I read the chapter. I can't prove it, but I did do that. So that's fun. Look, and we get a graded on a checkmark scale.
Mm-hmm. I love getting the feedback. That's some amazing journaling. Have a 95%. You did nothing wrong and couldn't have done better.
Hey, would you rather have that, or would you rather get a 3.92 out of 4, no feedback? Also, look at that. Their partner is here. I have a feeling this podcast might be ending soon. The STEM against genocide.
My partner is here.
Oh, and is your partner STEM against genocide, or are they STEM for?
Do you want to join the podcast STEM against genocide?
No, I'm just asking them. I'm just asking them. Are they?
Are you STEM against genocide?
The fuck does that mean? Cause I overall dislike the concept of genocide, but I don't
overall.
want to...
Jane says overall? Question mark.
I don't know how my words will be twisted, so I'm treading cautiously.
This is not getting edited.
This one, there will be no splicing. There will be three things will be applied to this podcast. I'll apply intro and outro music. I will put a high pass filter and maybe also a low pass if I wanted.
I might be too tired.
And a compressor.
Well, but the question is, are you STEM against genocide?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Working in STEM, yeah, and I am against genocide.
All right. Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
We love that.
Yeah. Great.
All right. This is about all we have for this 90-minute show.
No. Last bit. Let's look at our friend Jack's last tweet and talk about it.
Post on
Zeet
on Blue Sky. Because
does he do that?
Yeah. He's converted.
I was just looking at him posting on Twitter.
Oh, well, does he post both? What the hell? I don't know. I'm not on X Everything app now. Not really.
I open it up again. I
So
got on
there are a
X
couple
to check
posters.
something for this podcast, and that's why I was there. I don't remember why.
No, his most recent post is on Blue Sky, about man, Elephantidae were really everywhere until we started eating them. As you can see, the studying is going well. To be clear, this is sarcastic. I should be studying engineering. Our friend Jack might be a mechanical engineer in training. I will not tell you his although I guess you could search it up. Unless he wants to like be publicly put on a podcast, except it's not public, except maybe it will be. Oh, and I might dox us all.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, we could make STEM against genocide real. We could keep doing this.
What other people can we bring on and call them STEM? Like,
I don't know. Anybody really. Apparently I count, so fuck it. Anybody counts.
oh, exactly.
Anybody's
How do we
STEM.
take it one step farther?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but
Do we want to get like a philosophy student on?
I don't know
call
any
them
philosophy
STEM?
students.
I don't either.
Fuck. Well, I don't want to either. Wait, do I know? I think I knew one, but I forgot. Like, I've forgotten if they were a philosophy major or not. Doesn't matter. Thank you for listening. See you guys in the next episode of STEM Against Genocide. We'll be talking about Sunless Sea and our mystery game. You'll be hearing the intro music at the outro of this episode. So I will not send this to Owen until whenever. It won't matter. Owen, do you have any final words?
Yeah, extra bonus points if you email this to me at
Wait, I get bonus points?
No, your professor.
Oh.
Except I need you to do the one editing of this, and just beep out my email there.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
In fact, no, the best thing you could do is just beep it out and then just end it on the spot.
Yeah. Yes, that would be. I think
That is, and then just fade to the music. I think that is the best way to end this.
Yeah, you will, Professor. You're actually not getting their email, so sorry.
Nor are you getting any of this.
Yeah, nope, not happening. Actually, I don't want to put my computer under that strain. 90 minutes is a lot of shit to put in Reaper, and I'm really lazy. As established earlier in this podcast, I'm so lazy. That's been a show.
But you need to add the intro and outro music.
Yeah, I'll do
regardless,
that. But putting on a beep, that's like one more thing. Buddy, I could be gaming. Yeah, that's a wrap. This is over. We're done.
No,
here.
but you don't like gaming.
Fuck, you're
as
right.
we established.
Unless it's Dark Souls 2. Apparently.
Hifumi Souls Jaden Edition?
I will not be playing Hifumi Souls. I will be watching Hifumi Souls during...
Will you be invading Hifumi Souls with
do not own Dark Souls 2.
3D women?
I wish, but I don't own Dark Souls 2 Scholar the first.
Are you going to get Dark Souls 2 to invade Hifumi Souls with 3D women?
If Dark Souls Weekends comes around and it's like $3, I might buy Dark Souls 2 Scholar the first so I can invade with 3D women.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm not doing your signature edit. This is all going in. See ya.
That's so good.